yesterday at Power of the Heels. Beautiful. I watched that.
Yes, I wish I'd been there in person. What a great.
Right, right. We'll get there. We'll get there at some point. Thank you for
Daniela?
joining us.
Thank you, Daniela. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm up somewhere in a corner. It's Enid.
I know, I'm looking for you now. Funny. When you said hello, Mayor, of course, you know you have a fabulous mayor. Yes, you're a fabulous mayor. I see her now. Hello.
All right. Michael, you're still adding in people and Gary has not shown up yet?
That is correct.
Okay.
Good morning to two of my favorite mayors. It's Landman.
Mayor Weisman, if I could just say, I'm not going to be able to stay on very long. I don't know if you want me to just say how proud I am to join you or what, or nothing, but I'm here in solidarity with you and the whole.
I know you are, and with your time schedule, it is so gracious to have a minute. I'd love you to just say a sentence when I introduce you.
Oh, lovely.
If I
You know what, we'll change our agenda. So in lieu of Gary, I'll just swing it right over to Mayor Cava. And what time is it now? It is
10:03.
10:03. 2 more minutes and we start, right? Or one.
But Mayor, you'll introduce me? Is that
Yes.
how it'll go?
Yeah, I'm just gonna open the meeting and say we're gonna, have the honor of having our Aventura Mayor introduce a very special friend. Swing it on over to you and then Enid, I'll take it back for Gary then.
Okay.
Okay. 10:04 we start. Wonder where Gary is. I heard from Eric Soroka.
How's Eric? How's Eric doing?
Good.
How's Eric?
Doing great.
Great.
He's doing great.
Enid, Bill Talbert
Bill
Okay.
Talbert's on now?
is coming right now.
Great.
Hi, Daniela. Howard Weinberg. Just wanted to say hi before you leave.
Okay, Elaine, Bill's former title, executive.
President and CEO, Greater
Okay.
Miami. It's in your latest email. President and CEO of the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Oh, I know it's the Greater Miami Chamber. I just
Yeah.
wanted to get the title.
Hi, Bill. Unmute, Bill.
I'm up in the air. I'm always up in the air.
For more reasons than one. And up above you in the air is Mayor Cava, do you see? As well as our mayor. Got 2 mayors in this great. All right.
Actually, Enid, here comes a school board member, Lucia
And
Gelb.
it's Women's History Month, and we're honoring women, and it is so great to sit in the company of such wonderful, caring, compassionate, brilliant women.
And men.
Okay. They can come along too, Bill.
All right. It's 10:04,
All right.
Michael.
Yeah, actually, if I could just remind everybody, this is a very large meeting. And if you have any questions throughout the meeting, please use the chat box and Mayor Weisman will address those questions throughout the meeting. And I think we can get going. So over to you, Elaine.
All right, welcome one and all. We are delighted. I'm standing in for our chairman of the board, Gary Pyatt. And first things first, I'd like to introduce our Aventura Mayor, Enid Weisman, who has a very special friend she'd like to introduce.
You know, this is a very special day, but I really have to thank, I'm honored that our county mayor, given the state of the county at this moment and all of the issues impacting her, could take some time out of our day to join us with great pleasure. Daniela Levine Cava, mayor of Miami-Dade County, Florida, and unbelievable humanitarian. So Daniela, if you would, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mayor Weisman, and to the wonderful city of Aventura. You know, you are not only my Shiro, but you are my friend. So I feel very, very proud to join you for the state of your city, which is very strong under your leadership. I do want you to know that there are 34 cities and I love them all very well, but for sure, Aventura is doing so much to be ahead of the curve, is doing so much to build world-class amenities and quality of life Aventura really rocks. So I'm sure that's what you're going to be reporting in your state of the city. And I'm just happy to join you for a brief moment to say how proud I am to know you and to learn from you and to support you in every way that I possibly can, because we need our cities to be strong and we need to work collaboratively. And I've known you for many years, even before mayoredom. And I know you bring with you a broad perspective and great commitment, as you said, compassion, humanitarian, what we need. And it is the month of women's history, and we know that women are not the only ones that can get the job done, but we are sure killing it. So thank you very much, Madam Mayor, for letting you.
And I want to really thank you, and you haven't said it, but I want everybody on here to know, effective Monday, people 50 and over 50 and over will be able to get the vaccine. Let's give our mayor an applause for that. And my understanding is the following Monday, it will go to 40.
Correct.
And that's what we need. That's what we need to get our community safe again. So we appreciate your efforts and we love you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and now I'm going to take it back and we're going to go right into our program. You know, last year at this time, we held our last in-person meeting. And what was it? At Turnberry Isle Resort, it was our State of the City. So here we are 1 year later repeating it, and what a difference a year makes. Of course, we all kept moving forward as our virtual world became everything we did. We're delighted to have our Aventura Mayor Enid Weisman with us, and our commissioners, our city manager Ron Wasson, our police chief Brian Begees. Thank you. A huge thank you to our Zoom administrator, Michael Stern, happens to be the chairman of the Aventura Police Community Advisory Panel, doing a great job there, chairman of our Speed Biz Committee, partner in Stern Bloom Media, former City of Aventura Vice Mayor, and the candidate for 2022 Commission, so thank you. We have a couple of our Aventura former vice mayors with us. We have Howard Weinberg, Gladys Mizrahi, Luz Weinberg, and Billy Joel. Thank you. In addition to that very special edition of Mayor Cava, I believe our chairman of the Miami-Dade Board of County Commissioners, Jose Pepe Diaz, has logged on. Thank you. Are you there, Pepe? Are you with us?
Yes, ma'am. I am.
Hello.
So hello to all. It's
Hello.
great, Madam Mayor. And all of you that are part of this virtual world that we now learn to live very well in. I want to congratulate you all on everything in Aventura. I love getting up there as much as I possibly can. And as you know, we're working hard on trying to find every solution across Dade County and trying to do the best that we can to make sure that the excellence of life continues in paradise, which is Dade County. So there's a lot of issues. We're working through them, the mayor and I and my colleagues, and having cities like yours that are a jewel in our community is very important. And I'm very proud to always support Aventura and everything it does. Madam Mayor, you're looking good as all the commissioners and everybody that's there. All I could tell you is you have a friend here always, and whatever you guys need. I know that I got a little time left. There's about 1 year and 6 months, but in that time, there's a lot that could be done. So I look forward to working with you guys as I've done in the past, and whatever you need, I'm here for you. I know that I got to run off, but I didn't want to just, not say a couple of words and say thank you for everything Aventura does and does for our community as a whole.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bill Talbert. Up in the air, Bill Talbert. You still with us? Gonna say hello?
Good morning. Good morning. It's good to be here. This is the first kind of virtual. I've been at these every year. And the good news is now, I do have this coveted document. So I'm
Eliminated like I do. Yeah.
Disappear.
I'm going to be going back clubbing in your community, so watch out. So the hotels, and I know in your community, I was up there this week, are starting. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's pent-up demand for travel to Aventura and to Miami. Things are looking good in the future, particularly because of the vaccine, and we feel good about the leisure side. Although, you know, at this point, you know, we would be in the 85% hotel occupancy. We're now in the 65%, but that's sure a whole heck of a lot better than 20%. So there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not a train, but you know, it's about partnerships. You know, you had our new mayor, our new chair, and your great group. But it's I tell you what this all shows is when we all work together, good things will happen. And thank you, Elaine, for the opportunity.
Thank you, Bill. And we'll see you on our next hotel Zoom, aren't we? Absolutely,
Yes,
coming
ma'am.
up in May.
Yes, ma'am.
Miami Beach Commissioner Mickey Steinberg, are you with us?
Thank you. Yes, happy to be here.
Mickey, say hello.
Hello, everybody.
Thank you for representing Miami Beach. School board member Lucia Baez Geller.
Hi, everybody. I just wanted to say hello. Thank you for having me. Prioritizing local government like this is a part of my success. I love being a part of Aventura, all the great leadership. If anybody wants to contact our office, please contact us at district3@dadeschools.net or 305-995-1369. A lot of updates on graduations, indoor sports, vaccinations. We have the information. Please reach out. Very happy about this partnership with Aventura. Talk to you all soon. Always here to serve.
Thank you, thank you. And we just want to give a shout out. Sunny Isles Beach Commissioner Dana Goldman is with us. Former Florida State Senator Ron Silver, North Miami Beach Vice Mayor Phyllis Smith. Just a reminder, mute yourself during the program. Right before we launch into our program, we have a word from our sponsor. So Chris Ferreira, FP&L, thank you for sponsoring. The program is yours.
Thank you, Elaine, and good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you. I'm going to bring up a couple of slides here. I just want to share some quick information on the work that FPL is doing to deliver America's best energy value. And it's a pleasure to be here today supporting the Aventura Marketing Council in the city of Aventura. I'm excited to hear all the great things that the city is working on later in the program. So at FPL, we're working to deliver clean, affordable, reliable energy to our customers 24/7, 365. As part of that commitment, and my slide, okay. As part of that commitment, FPL is making Florida a clean energy and sustainability leader. That is a result of our long-term investments in our power plant fleet and modernizing them and making them more efficient and cleaner. That has resulted in FPL being consistently ranked as one of the cleanest utilities in the US with an emissions profile that is 24% better than the national average. We also eliminated coal from our Florida power plant fleet. And we've recently announced some exciting initiatives that I'm excited to share with you. One of those is our 30 by 30 plan, which is to install 30 million solar panels in the state of Florida by the year 2030. And in addition, we also announced the largest community solar program in the US, FPL Solar Together. We're also working on a couple of exciting pilots, such as building the world's largest solar powered battery. And we're also exploring green hydrogen technology, which could one day unlock 100% carbon-free electricity. In addition to clean energy, reliable energy is also important, and we're working to build the strongest and smartest energy grid in the U.S. FPL has been named in 5 of the last 6 years as the most reliable electric utility in the U.S. And that's thanks to our work on hardening and undergrounding power lines throughout the state. As you can see on the slide, 55% of main power lines have been either hardened or underground, and 96% of our transmission line structures are steel or concrete. We also work year-round on tree trimming and pole inspections, and we have a pilot program to put more neighborhood power lines underground. As a result of these long-term investments in clean and reliable energy, we've also been able to provide affordable energy to our customers that is well below the national average. As a matter of fact, your FPL bill has gone down since 2006, about 10%. As you can see on the slide, the average customer paid about $108 in 2006, and this year, the average customer is paying about $99.05. That's compared to the national average for electricity that's actually gone up by 30%. And when you compare it to other industries such as groceries, medical care, health insurance, and housing, that have gone up significantly more. Over the last year or two, FPL has been working to give back to the communities that we serve throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. And to date, we have provided more than $75 million in COVID-19 assistance, whether that's through payment extensions or fast tracking our annual fuel savings and a 25% decrease in the May 2020 bill, providing $15 million in low-income bill credits, or even creating the Main Street Recovery Credit Program. And I really would like to highlight this program for any small businesses that may be logged on to this meeting. The Main Street Recovery Credit Program allows qualifying small businesses to receive a monthly credit of 10% on the energy portion of their bill for the duration of the program. In order to qualify, it has to be a new small business that started service on or before December 1st, 2020, a small business that was inactive for at least 6 months in 2020, or an existing small business in a federal opportunity zone. I will share some information and place it in the chat on how to contact FPL to get more information about these programs. In addition, we also worked with community nonprofits such as Joshua's Heart Foundation, North Miami Beach, and the United Way. We donated funds to both of these organizations to assist with hunger relief efforts, and we also worked on delivering emergency meal kits for homebound seniors during storm season. The last thing I'd like to touch on is what you may have heard about in the news, which is our recent submission of our 4-year rate plan proposal to the Florida Public Service Commission. As a regulated utility, FPL has to submit every 4 to 5 years a rate plan to the Public Service Commission for their consideration and approval. As part of this rate plan, we're supporting the continued investments in clean, reliable, and affordable energy. And the rate plan will be phased in over a period between 2022 and 2025. Even with these rate adjustments, FPL residential bills are projected to remain well below the national average. As a matter of fact, they are projected to remain 20% below the national average. And I'll be placing a web link to fpl.com where there's more information about our rate plan proposal that is currently in front of the Commission. Thank you so much for the opportunity to talk to you today about the work that FPL is doing. And at this moment, Elaine, do you want me to go ahead and do the introduction? Perfect. So at this moment, I have the pleasure of introducing our Aventura Mayor, Enid Weisman. But actually, she hardly needs an introduction. Mayor Weisman has dedicated herself to Aventura, our city of excellence, for the last 5 years. And we are fortunate that we will have her for another 3 years before she's term limited. Mayor Weisman has gained the admiration and respect of our residents and businesses. She always takes the time to visit and talk with our senior citizens, new businesses, residents with questions and requests. She's cut more ribbons than we can keep track of and has participated in more birthday celebrations for 100-year-olds than you can imagine, and spent more time working on keeping our city safe through the pandemic than you could ever know. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce Aventura Mayor Enid Weisman.
Enid, unmute. Unmute it. Enid, unmute.
Got it. Chris, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Before I start the state of the city, it would be remiss of me not to recognize the 6 incredible people that I work with. We may not always agree on every detail, but we always agree on doing what is best for this city. They're remarkable, they're amazing, they care. I'm honored to be in their presence, and this city could not achieve what it does without them. Let me first introduce, and please, because there are a lot of people on the Zoom, just wave your hands so people will know who you are. Let me introduce our Vice Mayor, Robert Shelley. I want to introduce Commissioner Dr. Linda Marcs. Wave your hands because there are a lot of people on and they need to see who you are. Commissioner Denise Landman. Commissioner Marc Narotsky. And our 2 newest commissioners that hit the street running, Commissioner Jonathan Evans and Commissioner Rachel Friedland. I thank you all for the work that you do. Michael?
Hello, Aventura. What a year this has been. The entire world has changed around us in ways we could never have dreamed of. The last year brought us a pandemic, an economic recession, and challenges beyond our imagination. But I am pleased to report to you that the state of our city is as strong as ever. We are strong fiscally, with the lowest municipal tax rate in South Florida. Our reserves far exceed recommended levels. We are strong economically. Our business community has weathered the worst of the impacts of COVID-19, and we are continuing to see new investment in our city. We are strong as a community because the people who live and work here truly care about one another. I couldn't be prouder to lead a city where neighbors have shown us how they step up to help one another during a time of need, where people come together to support strangers and to help keep our small businesses afloat when unprecedented disaster occurred. COVID-19 has taken so much from us: our freedom, our normalcy, and most of all, our loved ones. As vaccines continue to become more readily available, I want to encourage each and every one of you to get yours as soon as you possibly can. Vaccines will help us drive us back to the lives we knew and loved. But until we are in the clear, I beg of you, please wear your mask, and when you are outside of your house particularly, follow CDC guidelines for social distancing. Wearing a mask shows your neighbors that you care about them. Most importantly, it is the easiest tool we have at our disposal to limit the spread of this deadly virus. We must set the example for our children, that our community is strong because we care about each other. As a lifelong educator, I know what a rough year this has been for children and parents. Here in Aventura, we are fortunate to have two wonderful municipal charter schools. Many of you likely chose Aventura as your home because of our incredible schools. They are the crown jewel of the city. Aventura City of Excellence Charter School, better known as ACES, and Don Sofer Aventura High School, known as Sofer High, deliver a world-class education. We have implemented strict health and safety protocols, which have resulted in a high rate of student attendance and a low rate of student COVID-19 infections. As of our last report, we had approximately 80% of our ACES students and 65% of our Sofer High students learning in person. Our top-rated institutions have also adapted to serve students who are learning from home. We have facilitated effective student-teacher communications and created an environment that facilitates a quality education from home. We recognize the impacts of COVID-19 and the impact that they have taken as a toll on the emotional and mental health of our students. That is why we have expanded our counseling programs. Safety is at the core of the quality of life in Aventura. We are really lucky to live in a safe community. That is in large part because of these incredible men and women. Our Aventura Police Department is on track to achieve accreditation for the 8th time by the Commission on Accreditation of Law Enforcement Agencies. That's the industry gold standard. We've upgraded our E911 center to incorporate the newest generation of technology, allowing the public to send text and video messages to our 911 center. We've also implemented gunshot detection technology at both of our city schools. Our police have also done an incredible job of helping us safely enjoy special occasions. Whether it's a birthday car parade for our children or our senior citizens, a graduation parade for high school students, or the incredible drive-through Halloween event, our police department has been on the forefront of innovating ways to create smiles at a time when they are so desperately needed. Best of all, they've done these large events without spending your tax dollars. Generous donations from members of our community have allowed us to innovate without adding to our expenses. We are also happy to have added a special new member to our police department. Trey is a specially trained explosive detection dog. You'll hear more about Trey in the future. During the past year, we repaired seawalls, we repaved streets all across the city. We also made upgrades to our seawall, protecting our residents and our infrastructure. We added curbing on Country Club Drive from Aventura Boulevard to the Lehman Causeway. Interestingly, solar power now generates electricity for some of our Biscayne Boulevard bus shelters, continuing our efforts to go green and reduce our carbon footprint. Aventura recently contracted with Freebie, a company that provides on-demand ride sharing within our city. This pilot program utilizes electric vehicles that can take you from your door to your destination and back. And the best part, it's 100% free. It hasn't started just yet, but keep a lookout for the program to begin very soon. After shutting down due to COVID-19, Aventura became the first city to reopen our parks. While we've had to implement limitations, we have served as a model for our neighboring communities as they have reopened. We even managed to safely open our summer camp program during the height of the pandemic. As the only city in Miami-Dade County to run a summer camp program in 2020, I am proud to tell you not one child got sick. Not one. Our Aventura team made sure our summer camp program gave our children a great and, most importantly, a safe experience. As we stayed at home this past year, it was a popular time for home renovations, and development did not stop in our city. Our community development team issued more than 3,000 building permits and conducted more than 10,000 inspections. Both Aventura Mall and Aventura Hospital continue to expand their footprints, offerings, and investments in our city. We ensured that even during the worst of COVID-19 lockdowns, our permit review issuance and inspections continued safely without interruption. Our Aventura Arts and Cultural Center was significantly impacted by COVID. Until March of last year, we were on track to have record-breaking attendance. Unable to host in-person shows for many months, our theater team created Aventura at Home to bring arts, music, fabulous presentations, and even summer theater camp to our residents. Our always popular Young Stars Showcase, put on by the Aventura Marketing Council, was able to safely utilize our theater to perform a live stream show. While we didn't get to celebrate the 10th anniversary of our Arts and Cultural Center in October, we are celebrating a decade of performing arts this year, all the way through September. When our doors reopen, you will notice upgraded technology, from contactless payments to digital tickets. The Cultural Arts Center is now cashless, again, enhancing our commitment to going green and ensuring less contact during a time of great concern for the spread of germs. We've all learned to adapt to a new normal. In the past year, Zoom became as synonymous to virtual meetings as Kleenex is to tissues. Our commission meetings went virtual, allowing us to do the business we need to safely and allowing the public to participate in our commission meetings from home. Adaptation has been the lesson of the year, and that includes our staff at City Hall. They are second to none. I want to thank Ron Wasson, our city manager, Alyssa Horvath, our city clerk, and each of our department directors for helping lead us through these unprecedented challenges. I also want to thank everyone who comes to work in Aventura every single day. The term essential worker became part of our vocabulary in 2020. Our city is filled with essential workers who have kept us safe, kept our city running, and provided the services that truly make Aventura the city of excellence. All of our residents are essential. I especially want to take a moment to acknowledge Joanne Carr, our longtime Director of Community Development. For over 20 years, Joanne has helped create the Aventura we all know and enjoy. She has stepped up and stepped in whenever and wherever needed, including serving as our interim city manager during a transition. Aventura will not be the same without her, nor will City Hall. Joanne, on behalf of the city of Aventura, as well as all the elected officials who've had the privilege of working with you during your time here, we thank you for your dedicated service to our community. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your face. May the sun shine warm upon your back and rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the hollow of his hand. As we look ahead, I want you to be on the lookout for a ballot that will be arriving in your mailbox in April. Our Citizen Charter Review Board has recommended 3 changes to our city charter. I encourage you to participate in this mail-only election. Please vote, and feel free to reach out to me with any questions that you might have. Aventura is a special place. Since our founding, our city has been a beacon of ethics, service, fiscal responsibility, and leadership. Along with the work of my 6 commission colleagues, we are committed to keeping Aventura special. We are working every day to make certain that Aventura's future is one of innovation and resiliency. Whether we are instituting best practices or creating a model for others to follow, we are committed to being at the forefront of every opportunity to maintain and enhance the quality of life we all enjoy. So please, do your part. Wear your mask. Follow CDC guidelines. We will soon be gathering together again with a newfound appreciation for the things that we have so badly missed. Our city is really the city of excellence because it's made up of excellent people who care about one another. I am humbled to be your mayor. Thank you.
I hope that that has brought everybody up to date on how we have weathered the past year, which has been challenging indeed. I'm not sure if Elaine mentioned, if you have any questions on anything, the commissioners are here. I'm here. If you type it into the chat box, will be the easiest way for us to mention it. I also would like to give a big shout out to Romero Brito. If you haven't driven by Aces lately, please take a minute to drive by. the mosaic mural covering the full wall of the building is absolutely spectacular. So Romero, from the bottom of all of our hearts, thank you for being the kind of person you are. You exemplify Miami. And any questions? I am saying I'm not seeing any questions in the chat box. Elaine, if you are.
Let's see what happened to them.
That's a sign that you did a great job, Enid. Very.
I love you too, Luz.
I'm like waiting to see when I'm going to have a question. I will perhaps utilize and sound off on your message and thank Joanne Carr for her incredible service. Indeed, I had the privilege of having her be, of course, in her entire tenure with the city, be our community development director, along with Michael Stern when we were on the commission for 9.5 years. So thank you, Joanne. You will seriously be missed. She was just such a serious worker. And we look the way we look because of her due diligence and great advice always to the commission. So with that, Enid, great job. Very impressive. Very proud of what you're doing in the city and what the entire commission is doing on the city. Because you have some big shoes to fill. Right, Michael? Thank you. Great address.
Thank you.
Yeah, Enid, I did see some questions before, but they're gone. But let me just ask something. Can we get an update on what's happening with Don Sofer Aventura High School? We're in year 2, just finishing up year 2.
Well, it will be year 2. Let me ask Dr. Linda Marks. Would you like to address that question?
Absolutely. So we are in the process right now of registering students for our new freshman class. And we've been able to take almost all of our Aventura residents. We're very, very happy about that. Virtual learning is an incredible challenge, but our teachers and our principal and everyone, they're working very hard with the kids. And hopefully we look forward to next year where there is only in-person learning and we can get our kids back where they belong.
I think Linda froze.
Yeah, I think Linda froze. We're so sorry.
Can you hear me?
She's back. Yeah, you're back.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you weren't able to hear me?
Except for the last 30 seconds, yes.
Ah, all right.
Yep. There she goes again. Froze again.
Is it frozen?
Maybe David McKnight wants to give the report.
I think so.
You know, as Linda said, I'll just pick up. As Linda said, we're busy enrolling. The school was impacted by the pandemic in ways, as a former principal, I can't even imagine. School year for principals, teachers, students, parents. Everyone has become a teacher. Everyone has become a student. They've risen through those challenges. And as I said, the 80% attendance at ACEs in school and the over 65% attendance in school at SOFR is absolutely amazing. We look forward to a much more normal next year for our kids as they continue to do all the wonderful things that high school students want to do. Commissioner Shelley, anything you want to add?
It's just been such a pleasure, and I can't thank everyone enough. This has been one of the most challenging years we've ever had. And to imagine, to see how ACEs in the high school have turned out in spite of these challenges is just amazing. But again, there's so many people to thank. But just, I want to thank all all of our commissioners that we all work together. And as Mayor said, we may not always agree, but at the end of the day, whatever the vote is, we substantiate it, we work together with it, and we work cohesively to ensure the success. But with leadership like Brian and Ron Aventura is to me the best, and I can't thank you all enough.
You know, as I'm reading the chat room,
For 11 a.m. Oh,
as I'm reading the chat room, there are a lot of people that are coming on. I'm going to say again, I personally want to thank all of the elected officials, former and present. You know, as a city, we're under fire from the state all the time with preemptions, and that means that they are trying to take away local government and local power. And we're stronger together. So when I see support from commissioners in Sunny Isles Beach, commissioners in North Miami Beach, commissioner from as far as Miami Beach, our county mayor, our county chair of the commission, that are all friends of our city. These are people that we need, that we go to in times of emergency, and they've been there for us. So my message for the year is we are stronger together.
And Mayor, if I
yeah.
may make a comment, I have the pleasure of working with the Finance Committee of the city, Brian and the Ron and the whole finance department. And I want to tell you, in spite of the somewhat recession, pandemic, et cetera, our city is stronger financially now. Our investments are solid. We have a bigger reserve than we've ever had in 20 years. And I think that's just so much for our city management, not only the mayor and not only myself and not only the commissioners, but our finance department and what they've been able to do to protect us with our reserves and finance through the worst possible times. I want to say thank you to all of them as well. And thank you, because this city is in substantially very, very solid shape financially. Thank you.
Okay, I want to take a moment because she wasn't recognized before, and I think she might have a question. Assistant Lori Flink to our Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Lori, is there something you wanted to ask or say?
No, just I can gladly heap on the praise for you and the other commissioners. Is besides working for the Congresswoman, I am a resident here, and I can think of no better place to live and work than the city of Aventura. So thank you so much.
And we thank every one of you. Elaine, if there's nothing else, because I don't see it, and time is very valuable. Time is valuable.
it is. So thank you, Mayor Weisman, and all of our commissioners and our wonderful special guests that joined us, FP&L, who sponsored this meeting, and of course, our Zoom administrator, Michael Stern. Have a wonderful day in Aventura. And to Joanne Carr, we love you. We miss you already, but we know that your heart is with your grandchildren. So we know that's what you're looking forward to. So God bless you. Thank you all for joining us. Have a great day in Aventura.
Thank you. Bye. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Have a great
Bye-bye.
Aventura day.
Bye-bye. Bye, Mark.
Bye
Bye,
now.
Michael,
Bye.
Jonathan, Linda, Ron.
You.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.